everybody, it's Frank, the Disc Viking. How you doing today? I'm doing all right. I can't complain too much. I have been down and out for about, since the last tournament. Thought I had broke my foot. Luckily, it was not broke. About a week and a half ago, I jammed a toe real bad, dislocated it completely. I reset it myself. It seemed to be doing better, and as we progressed toward last week's tournament, it just kind of got worse and worse and worse. Luckily, it's just a very deep bone bruise. I'm been ordered to stay off of it, especially if I want to play any tournaments for the rest of the year. So that's what we're doing. I have not been out to throw in days, and yeah, I'm going a little stir crazy. You know, they say that it takes 30 days to establish a habit. Okay, and we've been doing this for about 2 months now, to where I'm out 5 and 6 days a week, practicing, getting into tournaments, just going out and throwing, practicing putting, whatever it may be. And that habit is there. And I am naturally a hyperactive person. If you couldn't tell already, I'm going nuts. This is killing me. Oh, and a question. I actually got this question. Frank, why always a hat? And somebody asked if I was bald. Well, you can see hair there. You can see hair there. There's lots of hair here. And yes, there's hair here too. So in answer to your question, no, I'm not bald. I just like wearing hats. I've worn hats my whole life. It's just what I do. Anyway, so back to the tournament. It was not as bad as Delisi. Delisi, 44, 43 over. Well, at least this time it was half as much over. I shot at 22 over, which was terrible because not even 4 days before that, 3 days before that, I shot a 6 over. And I really thought that I had a chance of at least being even on this course. There's some tough holes, and my biggest problem, I went out and I did my 100 putts before I ever even left the house to go to this tournament. My putts were just off. I bogeyed the first hole. I should have gotten a birdie on it. My disc floated. I didn't throw it quite hard enough, and it started making a left turn and bounced off a tree. Luckily, it took a good bounce for me. My second shot went up to the net. I was within 12 feet and bounced it right off the top of the rim. I mean, it was just bad. It was a bad putt. So I ended up taking a bogey on that. I hadn't had a double bogey on that course in weeks. And I ended up with a couple of double bogeys and a triple. So, it happens. You get in your head, and that's exactly what happened. That first hole got into my head for the next 4 holes. And I've got to play each hole as its own individual game rather than worrying about the hole that I did before or the next hole. You just take it one at a time. I didn't do that. I broke from my own rules and let it eat me a little bit. And that was the result, was a 22 over. Typically, I'll finish the front 9 at 4 over. And the back 9, I've been shooting very close to par. Not that day. So anyway, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of housekeeping. I'm sorry there's no video footage of play. I'm sorry there's no tournament footage. It is what it is. With no spectators allowed right now, PDGA events, it makes it a little bit harder. I have gotten clearance to have my beautiful camera lady with me, but she is still out a little bit. So she's getting better. And I've been told that I need to stay off this foot for at least a week. So I went and saw the doctor Monday. And like I said, at least it's not broke. So I'm not going to be hobbling around in a boot or a cast or anything. I keep looking at it because it's not ugly by any means. It's not even bruised anymore. But man, does it hurt. You can't hardly put weight on it. So that's kind of the housekeeping. Get you updated a little bit. I have been getting in trouble and going out and doing my putts every day. I think my wife understands that I just can't sit still. I just can't do it. It's not in me. it's driving me insane. I'm going stir crazy. The longest I've been out of my house since Monday, and this is now Thursday, was I took her to work one day and went and picked her up, and that was it. And that was on Monday. So, oh, and hey, more housekeeping. Almost forgot. So you remember in the very first episode, we talked about why I was getting into this. And it wasn't just because of the challenge of it and wanting to go pro. It was because I had turned into chewed bubble gum. And I had gone to the doctor and I weighed 272 pounds. Well, I am very happy to report that I am now 254.2 pounds. So nearly 20 pounds gone. I couldn't be happier, and that's been in a month and a half that's happened. So just a little, check up there, I guess. We're just going to keep fighting and keep going. I'm hoping to be able to at least get out to a field and throw this weekend. I had to cancel being in the Tapatio this weekend out in Stillwater. Broke my heart. I was really looking forward to it. It was my very first B-tier tournament. So what we're going to do is we're just going to concentrate on getting better, getting the foot healed so I can actually walk the course without getting real close to. I was really close to getting some time penalties just because of how long it was taking me to walk from tee boxes to my disc, and from my disc, or from one basket to the next tee. I was really close to getting a couple of penalties for slow play because I was just really hobbling along by the end of that tournament. We don't want to have that happen because my next big tournament is the Oklahoma Open. It is an A-tier tournament. It'll be my very first A-tier. I'm hoping to make a really good showing, but the first thing I've got to do is get this foot healed. There's still a chance that I'll be in the Malice at Mitch next weekend, not this upcoming weekend because this would have been the Tapatio. But next weekend. And, we're just going to keep healing and get there so we can make a good showing. I hate to blame anything. I was definitely not getting the distance on my throws because, of course, the foot that is hurt is my plant foot. And if you've ever played baseball and had turf toe or anything like that, it makes getting around really hard. I mean, it's painful. So I don't want to blame that. I have enough upper body strength that I should have been able to throw further than I was. Like I said, got in my head. It's going to happen to everyone. It happens to me. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you. And we're just going to make a better showing next time I'm out. Again, hopefully I'll be at the Malice at Mitch next week. And I'll be at the Oklahoma Open the week following that. Then there's a couple of smaller tournaments. One is not even rated, but that's great. It's not a sanctioned event, but it's for a great cause. It's for veterans. It's out in Norman, and I'll get you more information on that as time gets closer. I'm actually foregoing a B-tier tournament to play in that one because it is for vets and is for suicide prevention, which is a cause that's very near and dear to my heart. My son just lost a very good friend from high school who succumbed to it, and it broke my heart. Great kid. So we're going to participate in that one. I don't care if I hobble since it's non-sanctioned. There's not going to be penalties for time play. Even if I'm not better, I'm definitely going to play in that one. It's just a cause that is near and dear to my heart. Like I said, I'll get you more information on it here pretty soon. If you want to, like I said, non-sanctioned, go out, support it. Be part of the crowd. If you're just getting into disc golfing, it's a great opportunity to get in and compete a little bit. It looks like there's some great packages, prize packages, drawing packages, and it just looks like it's going to be a great time. So, wow, man, that made a huge difference. My monitors just shut off. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. Again, hopefully Malice at Mitch next week, Oklahoma Open the week after that. And, guys, we're just going to keep plugging along. We're going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep putting no matter how much trouble I get into, and it's just going to be how it is, right? So, this is Frank. I'm the Disc Viking, and I'm signing off. Hey, and I forgot to mention, I got my second ace, hole one at Mitch. It was just a beautiful deal. It was with my hatchet by Westside. That sucker I got, it left my hand, and it was beautiful and straight right down the middle of the fairway, curved at just the right spot. I heard it hit the chains. Started walking down there, thought there was no way that I made a hole in one on that because there's three very prominent trees directly in front of the hole, and the disc would just have to curve at the exact right time to actually get in there. Apparently it did, because I was looking around on the ground for it and looked over in the basket, and by God, there it was. So, hey, ace number 2. I got 2 aces in the course of a week. Pure luck. Just pure luck. Because the first one, I thought I was hunting for that thing in the woods, and it came back in. And the second one was just, I don't know, a miracle. A miracle. It was hiding behind 3 trees. So it just curved at just the right time, dropped right in. Couldn't be happier. So, hey, what do you know? 2 aces in a week. Have a great one, guys. This is Disc Viking signing off.